Good morning, children. Very good morning. Today, in this class, we are going to discuss about general. As you know, already we have completed the syllabus, right? So, 6th February, this class, 6th February 2001, for 8th class, we will discuss about your upcoming examinations. Your upcoming examinations, I think, going to start from 8th February 2021. I mean to say, second pre-board, a second periodic test. The second periodic test is going to start from 8th February 2001 to 13th February 2001. Please write down, children. Please make a note. Pre-board second periodic test for class 6 to 8. Second periodic test. Second periodic test starts from 8th February to 13th February 2001. So for the classes 9th to 12, for them we have second pre-board examination. From 9th to 12, we will have second pre-board examination. I think circular is going to come. I think within tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I will put it in the group. Concerned classes will come to me. But now, we have come to the English class regarding our subject. Yes. Suppose it is second periodic test, as you know, it is a 50 marks. As you know, out of 50 marks, okay, they have to set the paper. So, you have to set the question paper. As you know, chapters are very good. All the 6 topics we have covered. One is resources. Second topic is land, soil, water. Third one is minerals and power resources. Fourth one is agriculture. Fifth one is industries. And 6th one is human resources. Fifth one is industries. Last one is human resources. Yeah. Now you tell me, children, which are the topics you want for the periodic test? You decide. You tell me. Which are the topics you need for a second periodic test? So last test we are given. What test we are given? We are given resources. We are given soil, land, water, and other resources, right? And minerals and power resources given. Minerals and power resources. So this time, what I would like to give you is, I will give you agriculture. Okay, agriculture. Next one is industries and human resources. These 3 topics we will give you. Is it clear? What are the topics? Periodic test. For periodic test for class A geography. Okay, number 1 we write down. That is the 4th topic. 4th chapter is agriculture. And 5th one is industries. And 6th one is human resources. Sixth one is human resources. So for upcoming examinations in geography, class A, you have to prepare for 3 topics. That is chapter number 4, that is agriculture. Chapter number 5, that is industries. Chapter number 6, human resources. Please write down, all children. All of you write down. Second periodic test syllabus. Second periodic test syllabus, geography, class 8. Second periodic test, class 8, geography. Yeah. Chapter number 4, agriculture. Chapter number 4, agriculture. And chapter number 5, industries. Chapter 4, agriculture. Chapter 5, industries. And chapter 6 is human resources. Chapter 6 is human resources. So all these 3 topics you can prepare for your upcoming second periodic test, class 8, subject geography. So in the geography subject, you have to prepare for the exam 3 chapters. One is, that is fourth chapter, agriculture, and fifth topic is industries, and sixth topic is human resources. Human resources. 4, 5, 6. 4 agriculture, 5 industries, 6th one is human resources. The 3 topics prepare for your periodic test. Okay. This is the syllabus for your upcoming periodic test, class 8, subject geography. Any doubt? I have given a very clear idea, advanced, well advanced. We can prepare these 3 topics. Clear? And already notes as given. So, and take a textbook and sit, prepare for examinations and do well. Because don't think that school is going to open. School is not going to open. Even if it open, lower classes they are not going to call you. 6th, 7th, 8th, no, absolutely they are not going to call you. So therefore, you have to write the examinations online only. So prepare examinations by taking full interest and score good marks. Right? Any doubt regarding the syllabus in geography? Upcoming examination, that is periodic test number 2. Periodic test, class 8, subject geography. What are the topics? There are 3 topics. What are those 3 topics? What is one? 4th one is, that is agriculture. 5th one is industries. And 6th one is human resources. 6th topic is human resources. So these 3 topics we will prepare for your examination. Clear? Now we will discuss about agriculture. Regarding agriculture, regarding the agriculture topic, you should learn what is agriculture. What are the methods we have been adopting for cultivation of the cropping system? What are the 3 different cropping systems in India? Even though we have been cultivating different crops, according to the environment, according to the climatic conditions, the crops can be classified into different types. What are the 3 different types of crops? And each crop requires what are the favorable conditions? What all the favorable geographical conditions needed, require for their growth? Which are the favorable conditions is required for the cultivation of so and so. So these things we have to be studied very well. Well, for example, first of all, you know what is agriculture. What is agriculture? Agriculture is agriculture. This activity is a Greek word. Agriculture. Agri is a Greek word. Agri means land. Agri means land. Culture means what? Culture means cultivation. It is kind of activity. Cultivation. Culture means cultivating. What you are going to cultivate? Crops you are going to cultivate. Crops where you are going to cultivate? Land. So that's what I told. Agri means land. Culture means cultivation. So agriculture means cultivation of crops. Cultivation of crops is known as agriculture. Cultivation of crops on the land is known as agriculture. That is the definition of agriculture. Yes. That is the definition of agriculture. 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 AGRI, agriculture. Cultivation of crops is known as agriculture. Cultivation of crops is known as agriculture. Clear? Now coming to which are the methods we are adopting. For cultivation of crops, we have been adopting three important methods. One is primitive subsistence method. One is primitive subsistence method. Second one is intensive method. Third one is commercial method. There are three important methods. One is primitive subsistence method, intensive method, third one is commercial method. These are the three important methods generally we have been adopting in the Indian agriculture. Right? So, very important. You should know about all three methods. What is the primitive subsistence farming? What is intensive farming? What is commercial farming? Once if you know these all three methods, three types of farming, then they may ask to compare with the intensive farming and commercial farming, primitive subsistence farming and commercial farming. Even they may ask you for distinguish between so and so. Unless you know each method of farming, very difficult to write. Let us take first one. First one is what is primitive subsistence farming. Primitive subsistence farming can be done with the only own family members by using the old implements, that is by using the old equipments, old tools for their own survival. For own survival, by using the old implements or old equipments, they cultivate the crops. Such type of farming can be called as primitive subsistence farming. Primitive subsistence farming. So here, whatever they get the production, that is only for their own survival. The entire product what they get, they can use their own survival. They are not going to sell. For their own survival, they will cultivate their land by using the old implements with their own family members. This type of farming is known as primitive subsistence farming. This type of farming is known as a primitive subsistence farming. Clear? Primitive means primitive people, yes, tribal people. Right? Labor nomads. See, our civilization started from where? Near rivers, river banks, because of the water supply and soils, fertile soils. So therefore, agriculture first started from the river banks. So primitive subsistence farming can be done by using the old implements with the help of their own family members, cultivation of the crops. The entire crops can be used for their own survival. This type of farming is known as primitive subsistence farming. This type of farming is known as a primitive subsistence farming. Clear? That is. Number 2 is intensive farming. Intensive farming. Intensive farming is normally practiced only wherever the places are having a density population. For example, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Bihar, Kerala. And this kind of farming can be done in the alluvial plains, because of plenty of water facilities will be available and fertile soils available and density population. So they need this farming can be done maybe largely and they produce more. The entire production can be used for their own survival. The surplus can be sold in the market. Surplus production will be sold in the markets and they will use the money for their entire year. This type of farming will be known as intensive farming, intensive substensive farming or intensive farming. So which type of method is going on in our India? Intensive farming is. Maximum we have been cultivating this farming for their own survival. The surplus production will still in the market, and whatever the income gets, that income will be spent throughout our year for different reasons, for education purpose, for marriage purpose, for the other celebration, various festivals which are come across the entire year. So this intensive farming is very, very important. Clear? Intensive farming always will be done wherever there is a density population is there. Cultivation will be done for the whole survival, and surplus production will be still in the market. This type of farming is known as intensive farming. Intensive farming. And third one is, other than intensive farming, commercial farming is. This type of farming can be done only for the sake of income, only for the sake of cash. Huge plots will be cultivated with a single plantation by using the technology, modern technology, and getting more profit. This type of farming is known as a commercial farming. Always you see commercial farming will be done by using a single plantation, huge lands, 5 acres, 10 acres, the entire land, estate will be cultivated with a single plantation with the modern technology and getting more income. This kind of farming is known as a commercial farming. Okay? There are the 3 types of farming normally we use to implement in the India. One is, that is primitive substensive farming, intensive farming, commercial farming. Out of these 3, which is most important is intensive farming. Because without this we cannot survive. First of all, you have to survive. At the same time, the surplus production we are going to sell in the market and you can get the money. So this is what we are following. In India, maximum farmers. As you know, our India is an agriculture country. So 60% of the people have been cultivating agriculture. So maximum people have been concentrating on intensive farming method of farming. It's very, very important. Clear? So the 3 types of farming: primitive substensive farming, intensive farming, and commercial farming. Now we come to the by applying these 3 methods, we have been cultivating various crops. Crops can be cultivated based on the climatic conditions, based on the environment. Right? Now here, when you talk about crops, based on the climatic conditions, entire Indian cropping system can be classified into how many types? If you take this entire agricultural cropping system, can be classified into 3 types. According to climatic conditions, entire cropping system can be classified into 3 types: Kharif crops, Rabi crops, and Zaid crops. 3 types. Crops, agriculture crops can be classified into how many types? 3 types. One is Kharif, second one is Rabi, and third one is Zaid crops. So these crops will have been cultivation based on the climatic conditions. Based on the climatic conditions. Clear? There are 3 methods, 3 important methods. One is Kharif, Rabi, and Zaid. Kharif means it is a food crops. Rabi means non-food crops. Zaid means commercial crops. Of course, they use the technical words Kharif, Rabi, and Zaid. Kharif, Rabi, and Zaid. 3 types of crops. Kharif, Rabi, and Zaid. Here, 3 types of crops.